Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Keisha. If you guys aren't already, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and definitely thumbs up just to be alive, surviving, and trying to, I guess, process everything that is going on. I have my green juice right here. Thumbs up for health and wealth. So anyway, I never do videos like this, especially like controversial type of videos. Definitely ones that may get a lot of hate or feedback or backlash and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna get right into it, basically talking about my opinion on a lot of different topics that are basically going on right now, such as the coronavirus, the riots, the protesting, the killing of Black people from cops and all that stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about, which I definitely experienced yesterday living in Philadelphia, is the riots. I didn't go to any of them yesterday or Saturday. Saturday they had a pretty peaceful protest, I'll say that. It was over in the museum area, Benjamin Franklin area, Rocky Steps, all that stuff. And it was a lot of people out there, and it was, the one thing I did love about it is it was very mixed. It was a lot of white people, brown people, like everybody was there, and it looked really cool. I know a few people that went, and you know, they said it was pretty good. I believe this was around 1 p.m., 2 p.m. when I was hearing about this, and then around, I'm gonna say 4 or 5, when everyone started going down to like Center City area. There was a whole bunch of loitering, I don't know, when it basically turned into a mini riot where they were breaking into stores and setting things on fire, trying to move statues and all that stuff. And then yesterday it got really bad where in certain areas, especially in the rougher areas, where they were basically vandalizing people's homes, people's cars. I believe there were like a row of cop cars, and they smashed all of the cop cars. So it was about 7 cop cars in a row, and they smashed all of them. And I believe they put 2 to fire, and this was in the West Philadelphia area. And the Kensington area, they did things, in Port Richmond. It was like a lot all over Philadelphia. And I just feel like, you know, it just puts a bad name on us. I know a majority of the people that were vandalizing was my generation, meaning between the age of 22 to 32. Like, that was just like the majority of the people I seen. I did see a few older people out there. Like, literally there was helicopters all around my house, and majority of the older people that were like 40 plus were just trying to get all these younger people out of the way, because there were SWATs out there. They were spraying like crazy. I seen people get sprayed. There were a lot of cops out there, fire departments and stuff like that. But it's really hard because they can't go everywhere, you know what I mean? There's like so many different areas in Philadelphia that was vandalized where there's not as many cops, you know what I mean? So they couldn't be everywhere. That's basically what I'm saying. I seen they went into Target. They were at Target for at least 30 to 40 minutes, and no cops showed up, like, at all. I'm pretty sure someone called the cops because the helicopter was right there just watching them. I seen people go into the store 2 to 3 times. And I say all of this to say this isn't the right way to go. Me personally, that's how I feel. Like, the protesting, I understand, and everything isn't going to be peaceful. I understand that. But the fact that you're destroying people's property, the fact that you're, like, some of these people, like these mom and pop shops, they work so hard for this, and this is their business, this is their life, and you're just ruining everything. I seen so many like little corner stores and stuff like that getting destroyed. I was reading about Black businesses in Atlanta, Black owned businesses in Atlanta being destroyed, and it's like we're still going back to the Black on Black crime. There's so many times where Black people kill themselves because of gang related, because of jealousy. Now it's because of these cops and all this stuff. It's like, yes, I understand what happened to the guy that died recently, George Floyd. That was like murder. Like, I'm happy that that one cop got arrested and murdered, but they all need to, they all need to get arrested and all that stuff. However, it's just like so much more to, I understand why people are upset, because people are sitting there recording it, but then why don't you do something? But then there's the question of, what are you going to do? Because whoever was recording, that could be a victim as well, you know what I mean? And honestly, I didn't see all the videos, because the pictures that I seen just hurt me enough to where this guy is really on his neck. Like, is that really, really necessary? And then I seen security cameras where they were literally beating him up in the cop car. Like, all of that is not necessary. It's like a lot of things going on, to where, white people are still thinking they're above the law. But then again, certain states, like I heard in Atlanta, you can actually do that. Not Atlanta, Georgia, which is Atlanta, but Georgia, you can actually put the power in your own hands. And if you feel offended or attacked, you can actually attack someone else. Just in that case, in general, when he was running and they felt like he was someone else, they can actually, like pursue it. You know what I mean? Like, where I'm from, I'm pretty sure you can't pursue it. I mean, you can call the cops and say, oh, so-and-so is in the area, please come, da-da-da-da. But I'm pretty sure you cannot follow somebody with a gun and just accuse them because you think they're someone else. Like, that's just wrong. And it's just not even all the things that happen this month, or not this month because it's June 1st, but let me just say this year. This has been happening for years. I mean, hate crimes, slavery, Rodney King, like, it's just something that has been happening over and over and over again. And the one thing that has been getting better throughout the years is technology, security cameras, rotation of security cameras, people actually being able to record and having that freedom to record. Because there were many of times back in the years where they wouldn't even let us have our cell phone out. But because that is a law that we're able to, that's a lot of proof. Also, when cops have that security footage on them, I mean, that's like a big part of evidence as well. So I think being that it's 2020 and us having that, Black Lives Matter is living a lot longer and harder because we have those resources. And then another thing, maybe because I wasn't in social media that much 10 years ago, so I'm not really sure of it. But then again, it evolved so much. But some of the biggest hitters, like Tracy Ellis Ross, T.I., D.L. Hughley, Beyonce, like all of these people are really going out there and speaking and putting their point across. And I think that's very helpful as well. Using your platform to make a purpose and actually saying something. Just because you're not going out there and doing the riots, that doesn't mean you don't have to, especially someone that's as big as Beyonce, you know what I mean? Going out there and just saying something, putting your opinion out there and saying like be safe and all that stuff, I think that really means a lot for our community. The whole coronavirus thing, I don't know where that stands right now. Like, I think that's really funny, not funny, but just like, so we're having all these riots and all that stuff. We in Philadelphia actually are on a curfew. They arrested so many people Saturday because they put a curfew into place where you cannot leave the house within 8 p.m. But I'm just like, we're not supposed to be leaving the house at all. So how are you going to go from coronavirus to being on a lockdown, then giving us a curfew? Because now, today, which is Monday, the curfew, I believe, is done. However, the whole Philadelphia is in lockdown. We have National Guards, we have SWATs, we have the police. Like, it's just crazy. And I understand why they're doing this, but my whole thing is you're just putting into place more and more, like, I feel like fear, putting the fact that you're in power. And then we have Trump, which, I mean, that is like a whole nother like video and topic, how just diplomatic he is, how he thinks he has the last word, how it's just him. Like, I feel like it's Trump and everybody else, you know what I mean? And I feel like you need a team, you know? So I don't know, I just think the whole thing is crazy. I feel like the coronavirus, like, that's just weird how one day we go from everybody staying inside, everybody scared, everybody going to the grocery store, that's it. And then we go from vandalizing everything, everybody's outside, in Jersey, New York, like everybody. However, the highways, but we just don't talk about coronavirus anymore. Maybe we are, I don't know, but it just went from one extreme to the next. And like, how do we come back from this? I know Philadelphia, we were supposed to be opening up this Friday, and I feel like, actually, I didn't hear anything from the governor. I heard from like Philadelphia, the deputy and all that stuff, and mayor, but not from the governor. So I don't know. I feel like they're probably not going to go forward with opening Philadelphia. And if they don't, it's going to be probably because corona numbers are going up. I mean, I feel like corona numbers should be going up everywhere. Memphis, Texas, like everywhere. Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, like everywhere should be going up. If we were all outside, hundreds and hundreds of people were outside, no mask, no nothing, no 6 feet, and we're just good with that. So I don't know. I think it's really weird. That's one of the main reasons I didn't protest. Number one, I mean, when you're protesting, to me, I feel like it's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be violent. It's going to be a lot of people. Like, it's just not my type of crowd. I was definitely educating myself a lot at home with what was going on. I probably watched the news all day yesterday, and just like being safe. Like, it just was not safe in Philly yesterday, like at all. Like, I heard the helicopter all day, and it was right around my area. So it's just like, it's scary, and you got to stay safe, and you got to stay aware. Like, this isn't it. Like, I understand people are mad, people are upset, but vandalizing stuff, stealing stuff, I've seen so many people like get caught. Like, this isn't it. And this is just making us an example of what the white people think of us. And it's just, I don't know, because I seen another post where the guy was saying, this isn't it, which it isn't. There was a 46-year-old ready to do whatever. Then they had a 16-year-old over here ready to do whatever. Like, everyone's just angry. But listen, 10 years from now, we're still going to be fighting. 20 years from now, we're still going to be fighting. Hopefully not, but the way it's going, I mean, we were all the way back in the 1800s fighting. We were in the 1960s fighting, 1980s fighting, 1990s fighting. We're in 2020, still fighting the same fight. So trust me. If you're 15, 16, 20, 25, 30, I mean, the riots isn't it. Trust me, it's not, because it's just going to put us in more and more hurt and more danger, and it's just hurting us overall. Like I said, I understand we are all upset, but I just personally think the riots is not the right way to go. And so many businesses are like vandalized. Especially ones that, like I said, are black owned, or just, small businesses owned by, black, brown people in general that have worked very, very hard for these businesses, and now they're destroyed. And how are they going to come back up from this? Like, I understand in Philadelphia, like, all the banks were hit, Foot Locker, Apple Store, like, just stores like that. But when you go to, like, it's basically someone's home, you know what I mean? It's just a lot. So I just wanted to talk about that. My unpopular opinion of what is going on. I just hope everyone stays safe. Make sure you are putting your health first, your family first, and just stay positive throughout this time. Bye, guys.